Hey everybody, Nathan Barrett from the Indy Star. We just got done with Purdue football press conference interviews previewing Saturday's Big Ten opener against USC. In a couple different ways, Barry Odom and his staff were asked about this being a sort of measuring stick for where this program's at, where this team, I suppose more accurately, is at after opening against a group of five team and an FCS team. And they sort of dismissed that, but I think some of that's coach speak. I would disagree. I think this is definitely a measuring stick. I think people who observe this program, and a lot of them, these guys weren't here last year, I understand that, but if you're an observer of this program, you know the last time that Purdue football program was on the field against good college football teams, upper echelon Big Ten teams, it didn't look like it belonged, like quite simply. And that's a gap that this team needs to close to show progress. And it's not saying that they won't, obviously, but it's not saying that if they don't do it by Saturday, they can't do it. But I do think this is a big measuring stick Saturday, a big barometer of exactly how much progress has been made. There are things that we saw through the first 2 weeks that seem like they are part of this team's DNA that are positive. There are things we saw through the first 2 weeks that it's very difficult to assess just what it means. I would start on defense, and especially the way that USC with Jade Mayava and a couple of NFL-bound wide receivers is going to test this secondary and this pass rush are maybe the forefront of that. And also, what does this offense do when it's going up against a team that's probably going to be able to score at a more significant rate than the first two that it faced, certainly more than Ball State did? And how does it respond when the pressure's on to make the most out of every rep, every drive, every possession?